guys, welcome back to my channel. It's you from Happiness and Crafting. So today I'm just having a little play. I have been making the sort of bones of another no rules, no sew spine journal. So and I thought I'd bring you along today because I thought I would make a little sort of, it's like a little frame, and I've got this little picture of this little fairy lady, and I'm going to pop that as the front of the journal. So I thought I'd show you how to make the frame today. Nice, quick and simple. I did have this big photograph that I wanted to put on the front of the journal, which is lovely, but I thought I wanted to do the frame, so I needed a smaller photo. And in our lovely fairy photographs, we have them in different sizes, so it's perfect. I just needed to print off a smaller one, and I just think that looks really lovely. It's not very tidy at the back, but I popped some of my lovely vintage lace at the bottom just so it peeks out in the corners and under this bit here. And then I'm going to stick that to the back. I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to do that yet, but I was just sort of like having a nice quiet sort of play at the weekend. And I just want to say a big thank you to everybody that sent some lovely messages to myself and Andy and the Facebook group, because I didn't do a Shabby Saturday video on Saturday because it was 3 years since my mum passed, so it was brought back lots of different memories and things like that. Lots of them were very good memories. So we took the sort of weekend off. We went for a nice walk on the beach, garden centre, bought some lovely flowers, and just celebrated her life. So all the things that my mum loved to do. So we've just had a nice, lovely weekend. So big thank you to everybody that, sent me lovely messages. So I really do appreciate each and every one of those. So today I just thought I'd do something nice and quiet. So I'm making a frame. Now this is chipboard. So all as I've done, I've marked it off, look, and just cut out a little square. It's not very straight, but I'm really not worried about that. Because I just want it as like a little frame. It could be a little offset frame. I love this little lady. I've made a little journal with her on the front before, but I thought I'd make it again because I sold it, and I thought I would just make another one, and I just think she looks lovely in there on the front of the journal. So what I'm going to do, I've already cut this out because it's a bit of a palaver, and you don't want to sit there watching me cut it out. So all I've done is a piece of chipboard. It's 2mm chipboard, and I've popped the picture on the top like that. And then what I did, or let me turn it over that way because I got my markings on there. What I did, I just got my pencil and I marked just in from the little picture there, just in each side and just below it a little bit like that. So when I cut the little square out in the middle, it's going to be into this bit and not on the edge there. And I did the same, so I've just cut that out. So when we pop that on top like that, you can't see any of the white, you just see the little lady in there like that. So all I did, I just cut it out with my little knife and my metal ruler and just went round the outside. So lovely. This one I covered with some of my lovely papers. This is the little polka dot papers that I've got. Loving the polka dots at the moment, and I've just shabbied this one up quite a lot. I remember I said to you about this last week. It's my little distressing tools, and it came with sandpaper on them. So what I did, I sanded it, and then I just inked it around. It just distresses it. And I just think it's lovely because that's the original sort of like colour, and then you've got all the grubby bit on there. But I'm not sure whether to, let me pop that back there, cover it with this. I've got some beautiful linen. Now this was an old cushion cover, and I'm just thinking, I'm having a few thoughts because I did want to make a small little journal as well. I've got this piece. But I'm just wondering whether to cover this in paper or in some of this. But I think I might save this for my journal, the cover. I was going to make a little journal as well. like this, because I've got all this such beautiful laces and things, all these antique vintage, and I'm just going to put that over because I think that looks quite nice, doesn't it, to make a sort of like small little journal. I think this would be a you know, I'd sew the pages into this one, but I'm liking that. But it was a bit of a dilemma. I wasn't quite sure whether to cover it with that or not. I've got this little piece here, but I think I would like it. Maybe I'll show you how to distress it. I can always make a couple of these anyway. So I've got a big pile of papers here because I print them off. Look, I've got lots and lots. I print them off when my Insta ink is about to run out. So what I need to do is I need to find a page really that's just sort of like one-sided, but I don't think I'm going to. I think I've printed on both sides on these. Now I like this one. I do like this one here. This is lovely and this is lovely. I've got that on there, but whether I'm going to get any of those roses in, I'm not sure. But we can try. We can try, can't we? So, have you guys had a lovely, lovely weekend? Have you managed to get a bit of crafting in? I believe there's lots of snow in America at the moment. So I don't know, obviously not in all of America, but in some places. So I hope you're all wrapped up nice and cozy in your craft rooms, hopefully, and getting a few bits and pieces done. So yes, we've had a lovely weekend, really. The walk on the beach was beautiful, and I know lots of you can hear the sea from in my videos. When the wind is in the right place, I can see the sea out of my window, but to get to it we have to go all the way around. But as the crow flies, it's right there, so that's why you guys can probably hear the sea sometimes. So what should we do? It's not going to fit in both of those, is it? But it doesn't matter. I'm going to pop that on there. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to pop that on there. I'm going to just stick that down. I'm going to stick it with some tacky glue. And our weather is beautiful. A little bit chilly, but we have gorgeous sunshine. And I get very excited because I can put my washing outside and it dries all lovely. So, and it just smells so fresh and beautiful. So, you know, I know it's the little things in life, isn't it, guys, that make us happy. Right, let's just put that, say, there. You want enough to, you know, fold this over into the middle of it. So I'm just going to press that on there like that. Just chop a little bit around the outside. You can use scrap paper bits, you don't have to use a whole piece like this. And then I'm going to just cut the corners just like this. Just go in, leave a little bit in that corner bit just so we can tuck it in. I'll show you how we sort of tuck it in a minute to get a nice sort of clean fold. So this will these just fold over like that. So we've got a nice bit. Now the middle bit, I'm going to take this, I'm going to take my little knife, and I'm just going to go from the corner and just go in like that. I need to get another blade on my knife actually. It's gone quite small and it pulls out. Right. That just goes in. So just cut a little cross in there and fold these over. I'm going to cut the points off because we don't need those little points. We just need enough to stick it down. So we're going to just do that. Oh my gosh, can you hear that motorbike? See? And that's lovely, lovely and tidy. which is great, isn't it? So I'm going to make sure they're folded over like that. I'm going to sort of grunge them up in a minute, but we want them to be sort of like nice and, you know, tight for the minute, like that. Perfect. So that's nice. Oh look, we've got the little roses there. That's not bad, is it? We've missed out those ones, but that's okay. Let's pull these in. A little bit of glue on these little flaps, like that. There we go. Okay. Just. You want a little something to, you know, look, your bone folder. If you've got something, you can just push these down like that, just to squash them in there. Whoops. Put that down and around. There we go. So that's all nice and tidy in there, like that. Now you want these to fold over, but not so it goes over the side. So if they go over into the middle, just cut them like this one that goes over. Just cut that one a little bit shorter, like that. No, it just folds in. We're not going to see the back anyway. I'm just going to cut that one a little bit. There we go. Open that up and we shall glue these. Yeah, I do enjoy making these little no rules journal because, you know, there are no rules. We like no rules, and you can just sort of like pop in little flips and flaps, and there's no sewing, so you don't have to go out. You just need some glue. You don't have to go out and buy anything if you're new to journaling, because it can be quite expensive. Crafting is an expensive hobby, but it can be. Oh my gosh, what I'm doing this wrong. I'm chattering away, aren't I? What we need to do is fold these little corners in, which I didn't do. Just go in there, fold these in like that. I'm going to just fold this in like this, like that. I'm going to have to do these sides first. Like this. Let's just put these on like that. There we go. Fold that down, and then we're going to just tuck these in like that on this side, and then if you push that up, that gives you a nice corner on here, and you've not got anything on view. That's what I mean. You've got a tiny little bit. You just want to push that in like that. Just fold that in. Can you see? Just fold that tiny little bit in there like that. Then push that over, and it makes it nice and neat. Like that. Perfect. There we go. Nice little frame. Now again, if you're not a grungy person, you can just sort of like leave it like this. I'm just going to take that away a minute. You can just leave it like that. Make sure we're all stuck down nicely. And I'm going to ink it first, and then I'm going to sort of distress it a little bit. So just get your little whatever you use it to your blending sort of tool that you've got, just use that just to go around the edge and in this bit like that. Do you know what I mean? You can make these, you know, any side. If you don't have chipboard, use cardboard, any packaging. Just stick a few layers together, so you've got a nice sort of like sturdiness and a nice sort of depth to it. Now, if you don't have one of these, use a nail file. The nail file will do the same sort of thing. So I'm just, can you see, it's just taking off little bits of the paper on there, just giving it a bit of distress, like that. You don't have to go too mad, but I just think it looks really nice. Depending on, you know, if you're doing a nice vintagey, scruffy journal, a little bit of distressing is always good. Like that. Just on the edges. I mean, we can ink that then. See how much we need, if we need to do a little bit more. It just darkens that ink up as well. There we go. So it goes in. I just think that it looks so lovely. A little bit in there. Can you see? Isn't that nice? It just gives that little bit of grunginess and distress. Let's just add just a little bit more to the paper. There we go. And again, if you wanted to go a little bit further, you can add a little bit of gesso onto that as well, and that will give it that sort of oldie look, and then pop a little bit of ink over the top, and it gives you that lovely distressed look. But that's lovely, isn't it? Isn't that nice? So let's take our little lady. Do we want the flowers at the top? Look at that. So doesn't that look so pretty? I think that's beautiful. Right, where's my inky one? Let's go around the edges. I miss the edges like that. Let's do this, and then I think I'm going to make a couple of journals. I did want to put some journals in my shop, but we shall see. Our postage is still really up in the air. I still can't send anything to America. I keep asking every time I go to the post office, but they don't have anything, or the post service here not sending anything at all. So I think they're waiting to get something or other, but things take so long, don't they? Okay, so that's the two. I just think they're beautiful, aren't they? And this one, I said, has got a little bit of lace in. So let's take all this off. Our poor little lady's getting covered in bits. Right, shall we add a bit of lace? I've got all this beautiful lace over here. Oh, I made this as well. I made it like a little, I just sewed a little bit of lace on here and on here. Just fancy doing a little bit of hand sewing, hand stitching. So I think that's lovely. And I might just, you know, stitch up this down here with a little bit of embroidery thread, and maybe just go along here with a few little lines of embroidery thread. We'll see. But that was going to go inside my journal cover, so I was going to do that, and then this would sort of like sit inside the front cover to pop little bits and pieces in. That was the idea anyway. Okay, so where was I? Let's take this one. Look, I've got lots and lots. I'm so lucky. Shall we put this? I think she's just going to have some on the bottom, because there's not a lot of room at the top, and I don't want to cover her head. So I will probably end up putting some on the bottom of it as well, on the outside, but I just think a little bit tucked in just looks so good, doesn't it? So I think that's what we'll do. What shall I put it on with? I think this one. A little bit of 3-in-1. We were having the roses at the top, weren't we? Let's put a little bit of this on here. Like that. Oops, my glue strings. How much do we need? Oh, we've got to go this way. Let's just cut that there. I do have one which is less. I think I wrapped it around something, but let's just put that in there just so it pops out that middle bit. the middle bit like that. There we go. And she will just go on there like that. So I just think that's so pretty, isn't it? And then I would cover, I'll pop something on the back as well. But I just think that is so, so lovely. Now, shall I stick her down? I don't think I'll add anything else inside. So I'm going to just stick her down, I think. I'm not going to put, oh, wrong, oh no, I can use this one. I'm not going to put the glue too far towards the edge because I don't want it oozing out onto the photograph. So I'm just going to go around there with that one. And then because we've got the lace, I'm just going to pop a little bit of glue along there. Like that. Let's take this, pop her this way. There we go. Lovely. Squeeze that down. Leave that to dry for a little bit. And I just think that's so pretty, isn't it? So you could pop little flowers on here, however, so you could sort of like make a few of these up and pop them in your stash, and you can just use them as little journal toppers, which I think are just beautiful. I'm going to just leave this little one over there for a minute. I'm going to glue this little one in. See, I had this one. What did I do with the other one? I think I've popped it under here. It's probably all in amongst all my stuff now. There it is. So I had this one, which I could use her quite big, but I wanted the wings in there. So I think this one does fit just that little bit better, doesn't it? So we sort of like get all of her in there. So it doesn't matter if you've only got big photographs, you can just sort of like have, like I did on this one, just sort of like have the head in there. But I think, again, you can put roses, you can put flowers, you can put whatever you like in there. But I think I do like the look of the vintage sort of ladies, and the faces and the sort of portraits are just so lovely, aren't they? They sort of speak to me when they've got little faces on there, little portraits. You can sort of like, I feel like you can identify with your journal a little bit more. Does that sound a bit strange? But I hope you know what I mean. Right, let's just pop the glue, just hold that over like that. Just stick that down. Oopsie daisy. This one's a little bit on the wonk, but that's okay. There we go. Look at that. So simple. If you know, find it hard to cut out the middle bit, just cut strips, and then you could just sort of like stick them together at the back, which would be quite easy to do as well. So let's just put that on there. But I just think they are lovely, really, really lovely. Now I'm going to go through this. Let's pop those to the side. So I could have either one of these on here. Doesn't really matter, but I did like the little spotties on that. So I've got this one as the front. So again, I've just been folding up my paper. So that one will go over. This one has just got the little flap on it. This one opens up like that. And I've got like a little pocket here and here. I did sew on that one as well. Oh look, I've got glue all over me. This one opens up like that. I popped a little pocket there. So that sits on there. This opens up. This piece of paper with this lovely little lady on there has been in my scrap drawer for ages, and now I've actually popped it on there. So I think that looks really nice. So that just opens up and closes. I've got to put a little strip on there. Oh no, I don't actually. That can just attach to that piece like that. And then we've just got this back piece like that. So I do need a couple more in here. This is quite a sort of small little delicate one, so just wondering whether to put a bigger piece in the back I've got lots and lots of paper. Let's pop you in your little stash over there. Let's pop these two over here to dry. And I will have a look. Maybe I'll use the rest of this. I've got this, haven't I? Let's just tear this off. I'm going to go this way because it should be easier to tear down. I suppose I could go that way. Another one. They're all sort of quite thin. Little thin one. Unless I do it like that. Okay. We could have it like this, couldn't we? Let's do this. Should we do it in between this one and this one? So we can be here. If I fold that, I'm going to fold a little piece here like that, so we can attach that to the journal this way, and then fold in. Shall we do that? Like that. I think. Let's have a look. So this one will go this way, isn't it? No, this way. Okay, so I need to put a little thingamajig on there. So I don't want two things that come out like that together. If that turn over, that comes out. So we don't want that. We want it to go this way, I think. So I'll put that way. That will fit in there. That will fit on top. So I want something now a little bit bigger to go on the back. So I do have papers which are doubled. I like this pink. I'm loving the spotties. I do like the spotty papers at the moment. That's rather nice, isn't it? So this is the back piece. So that will go on top. Should we make it that big, or is that too big? Probably like that, I would have thought. So that can, so this is really good. I'll link down my other videos underneath this one of the No Rules journal, because they're just so simple. It's just folding bits of paper. So that can go on there, and then again I will tuck this piece in like this. Let's make it the same size, like that. So that's the same size, but I'm going to bring it in, and then this will go on the top. We could even have actually another piece behind this, couldn't we? Because that's quite a big gap between those two. I think we could have another one in between. I might even add a piece so this comes out. Something comes out from in there. Should we have this piece? That's pretty, isn't it? These all go lovely together. So we need two. This doesn't need to be as wide. So that could be like that. So it's all sort of eyeballing as well. You just sort of eyeball your work to see how you like it and how it goes together. Once you've done it a few times, you'll understand how it works and how easy it can be to put these little things together. So shall we tuck this? I'm going to put this like that. Doesn't really matter which way round this goes, I don't think, does it? That can go on there, that can go on that. That opens up. That can open up like that way. Once it's open like that, this can go this way, can't it? That's it. And then we'll pop a little piece down through there. That opens up. I would like to attach a piece to here actually. What have we got? Something a little blue bit. My hands are covered in glue. What's under here? Oh, I do like my roses. Well, that will go together, won't it? So that goes on there like that. Let's flip this back like that. Let's make sure we are lined up nicely. That can go. We like a little thing that pulls out and flips out. They do look good. So that can come out like that. So that's level. So that can be the back page. So that will open up. Then once it's all in and attached, this can come out and pull out. So we've got a nice thing, and we can put pockets and bits and pieces on there. So I do like that. So that can go on there. What was this piece? What did we do? We put that on top, didn't we? I think. Or no, I think it went this way, didn't it? That goes on top. This goes on top like that. That can stick on there. That's better. This one can go on there. Oh, I like these layers. These are really good. As long as you've got like a little flap to stick to the next one. Or make one. You know what I mean? Oh, how many have I got here? That goes on there like that. This one goes on there like that. And this one goes on there like that. And then we've got, we need to figure out how to put our little lady on the top. But she could just go on, actually I could probably just stick her onto this piece, couldn't I? Like that. Oh, I love it. And then we'll have lace. We could sandwich a little piece of lace in between there. I've got this beautiful little, because that's got little roses on. Do you know what I mean? So you've got a little bit of lace dangling down. There we go. That looks good. That looks good, doesn't it? So what I'm going to do, how long have we been? Oh, we haven't been very long at all, have we? What I'm going to do, I'm going to put this like this. Like that. And I'm going to attach this one to this one because I want to add some lace and things in between. So let's put this one so we don't get confused. So this can be glued to there, and then that can open out. So guys, have you made one of these yet? Are you going to make one? Do you like them? Because I think they're really, really so simple. I think it's so simple to do, especially if you're new to journaling. I think it's a lovely one to start with because you're just sticking papers. You're not doing anything else. You're just sticking down paper. And I'm going to do that. I could probably put a little bit more down here. Pop them together and just sort of fold that over. Let's make sure I haven't got a big mess. There we go. And that opens up, and then that can open up, that goes up, that closes up. So what we need now is this one. This one goes over to here. This is the bit for the other side. So what we need to do now is put those together and pop a little strip in the middle. So we need a little strip. Now this, hopefully, my little tidy little scrap paper, we should have a long bit. And that's big enough. That should be big enough. It's white. Oh, it's white on the back. What's these there? I think they're going to be all white. Not that it really matters because we'll probably cover up with lace anyway, so you won't see it. Do I have longer pieces in here? This piece will do. Let's nice, isn't it? So let's just tear down this bit, pop that back in again. So it needs to be the same, or sort of the same length as this. I'm going to fold that. I quite like that sort of pattern in the middle. I'll fold this in half, like that. Not that that's very level, but that's okay. That will stick onto there, and then this piece will stick onto there, and that's attached our 2 pages together. Perfect. These are really nice to do if you, you know, if you feel a bit stressed or something. It's a nice sort of like simple one to do. You don't have to rush to do it. You're just sort of like sticking things down. And like I always say, there's no wrong to making any of your stuff. You do it how you want to do it. I'm just giving you ideas. When I do videos, it's just ideas, and you can sort of interpret them into however you want to do yours. You know, you might like it. You can still do this and have papers which all match. You don't have to have it eclectically like I do. All your papers could be from a kit. So it all goes together. Actually, I might try that at some point. Just use one of my kits and do one that actually everything sort of matches. That's quite a good idea. It's quite a good idea. There we go. Okay, so that folds over. Okay. Those could go together. Lovely. So that means before I stick on the next bit, I'm going to pop some, oopsie daisy, little bit of lace or something through there. This opens up, that opens up, that does that, opens up. Lovely. Right, so that's that side, and that's that side. So this is the middle. Now I need I'm going to just grab my box here, because there should be something in here to pop in between. Let's have a little look. This is a little bit of tawly stuff. It's a little bit of pink. Oh, that's quite nice to go sandwich in between. A little bit of this. All sorts. I've got all sorts in there. I don't really want white. I've got that hasn't been chopped up, so I don't really want that. Let's see if we can add. Let me put that over there. Okay, so this is just to give it a little bit of you know, something. I'm going to go and get my other journal, because if you haven't seen these, I'm going to get my other one. 2 seconds. Okay, I've got a couple here. This is what I'm doing. I'm just adding the pages together so that they, you know, and you add little bits in between, so it gives you a really nice spine. And I've got my lovely fairy one here where I've got all sorts of little bits added before you stick them all together, if you know what I mean. So all I'm doing now is going to just sandwich a little bit of something in between. So let's have a look. And it's nice to do every sort of like 2 or 3. I've actually got 4 pages on this, but you know, every sort of like couple of pages. You don't need a great big piece like that either. I'm just gonna snip this down like that, just so we've got, oops, I'm gonna stick that on there, and then just bring that round. I'm going to do that with a little bit of 3-in-1. Just put on there like that. I'm going to bring this round to that piece. Now, again, you can leave a little bit out. You can glue this bit down and leave a bit out and glue it to the next bit, if you know what I mean. But once you've made a couple, you'll sort of like get the hang of it, I'm sure, if it's something that you know, that you like doing. But I do suggest make one. Have a go at making one. And see what you think, because it's so simple. It's fun. It is fun. So there we go. So then this goes onto here. So then on the next bit we can fold up and put something else in there. That's probably better this way, like that. So, and then you can take another piece from on here, attach it to here and go into sort of like here. You know what I mean? I hope I'm explaining myself properly. I think that might be just a little bit too thick, but I am going to take this tool, not all of it, just I think this is the bigger bit. I'm going to take that and stick that along here, down through there. Oopsie daisy. Just stick that on. Need that to just dry a little bit. And then this piece can come over and wrap around the front piece. So stick that down. What I'm going to do, we need to, right, this is the middle bit, so I'm going to just leave that for a second, and I'm going to just attach these bits, whichever way I've done it, if I don't held it around the wrong way. This will go on. I had it upside down, didn't I? If I just all upside down. So that can go with that. And that piece goes with that piece. I think that's right, isn't it? Nope. Nope, nope, nope. That goes on there. Oh, I've got it all upside down, guys. Oh, that goes in there. That goes on there. That's the back piece. That attached to that, and that's going to attach to that, isn't it? Or does it go this way? Now I've confused myself. I think it goes like this. Well, do you know, it doesn't really matter. But I'm going to attach this piece to here. I'm going to take this out. Attach that to there. And I'm going to take... Oh, we don't want the same piece, do we? I'm going to take this. There we go. This piece. Is it all white on the back? That piece will work. A little bit too thick, but that in there. Look, all nice, tidy scrap paper-ish, tidy-ish. Let's fold this in half. Like that. I was only meant to sort of show you the frames today, but I do like making these, so might as well carry on doing a little bit more. Don't know how long we've been now. We're doing all right. We're doing good for time. Let's open this up. I've got glue all over my fingers. Right. That's right, isn't it? Or is it this way? I think it might even be that way. What do you think? That at the top? Oh, we can have roses at the top, doesn't really matter. Then I can put like a little pocket at the bottom. It's quite good actually. A bit of glue. Put that on. There we go. Just like that to take this out of the way, and then pop that on there. if it's not the right way round, it doesn't really matter. You can just work with it however it goes. Let's a little bit more glue. Take this, level that up and just pop that down. Simple, simple way to attach pages together. So that goes underneath and that folds down. So there we go. That opens up like that, that opens up like that, that opens up like that, and that goes that way. Ooh, all over the place. So then this goes on top like that. So this can either go that way or it could probably actually go round the back as well. But I think I like the tool coming forward. So what we need to do is put something on here before I attach this to there, because this piece will go onto there like that. Like that. So I need to add a little bit of fabric or something, or lace, whatever we got. I think that's gonna be, it's gonna be a little bit too thick, I think. Let's see what else I've got. I quite like a little bit of coloured. I need some of my pink. Let's get my little pink box down. Pink bits and pieces in here. I think that's self-adhesive actually. I think that's sticky on there. I think that might be. If that would work in there. Oh, I think that might. Is that sticky? Did I stick that with a bit of sticker? Don't know how I will get it off. Don't know how long it's been on there. But let's have a little go. What do you think? I'm sure that's sticky on there. Double-sided tape. It is, I can feel it sticky in there. Look at that. Oh, fabulous. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to add a little bit to here, but we need to just cut that much off. Just cut it in half. Let's just go for it, I think. This end. Sticky, sticky. Right. This can go. Make sure I'm doing this properly. Is that right? Oh God, now I've lost my thing now. Yeah, that can go in there. I'm going to just stick it like that. And we'll hope for the best. Let's do that and just stick that round. Yeah, that's right. Let's stick that round to this side. Okay. Okay, that's either going to be good or bad. Let's chop those little bits off. So this piece then sticks on to there. So we can see that lovely little velvety piece. Oh, I like that. I do like that. That's nice. Oh, I forgot. I might actually do some more of that. What did I do with it? This is velvet. This comes apart really easy. It frays a lot. I think that's why I stuck the sticker on it. But that's quite a good idea. I do like this as well. Should we have a little bit of this? That's pretty. I'm going to put a tiny bit of this on there as well. But I'm not going to glue this. I'm going to glue this to here, but also leave it and stick it onto the next section, if you know what I mean. Just a little bit on the wonky bit there. So I'm not going to stick that around. I'm going to, when I've stuck the next piece on, I'll stick that around the other piece. If that makes sense. Let's see. So I'm going to stick that onto there. and that will go okay. We are going to stick this down. I'm going to do 3 in 1 because we've got lots of this sort of fabric on here. I'd either use sort of like glue gun or, you know, 3 in 1 on here. Stick that down. But not tacky glue, because it won't stick. Well, it will stick, but not really very well to the fabric bit. Okay, let's hold this. That can go there. Let's just stick that down onto there. Might need a few little pegs on there, I think. Where's my pegs? Oh, I've got so much stuff on my desk today. There we go. Just peg it on there, because we've got the velvet, so we need the 3 in 1 to stick to the velvet as well. So that goes on there. That goes on there. Let's stick this one there. Okay. Fabulous. Let's pop you up there for a second. Right. That's the back one, so that can stick around onto the back piece. So that's that done. So let's just do these first bits. So we can get those bits on like that, and I will just stick this to here. Oops. That bit can just stick onto that bit. Okay. Lots of sticking and gluing. Down. Oops. Okay. Did you see the little tiny one that I did? That was fun. So yeah, these are the nice thing about these. You can sort of like make them any size. If you wanted to make one even bigger, you can attach papers together. Do you know what I mean? Height wise and width wise. So you can make them as big as you like. Which is fabulous, isn't it? So, shall I just stick that onto that? What do you think? That would go on. Is that upside down? What's that piece? Did I just use that to pull out? Confusing myself. I think that's just, I think we need to add a little strip to there. So that would go on like that, wouldn't it? But I would like, I'm going to stick this like that. I'm going to pop a little piece in the middle. Let's see what we've got in here. Little white bit. I'm not really worried about the white because I will cover that up. Do you think that's too thick? It's a bit too thick, isn't it? A little bit. This piece was better, I think. Just going to tear that off. Fold that up. It's lovely. I have to have a good old tidy out. I've got so much lace now. Well, I don't have a huge amount, but I've got more lace, so I need to find some shelf space and a little tidy up. I'm definitely going to make a few more of those little drawers that I did. To pop in my little paper tray things. So So lots of organising is on the cards at some point. Okay, so that's going to go on there, and then this is the one that goes on there, isn't it? Lovely. There we go, we're nearly done, nearly done. And then what I will do, I will carry this on for tomorrow, and we will get it finished tomorrow. There we go, that's lovely, I love it, I absolutely love it. So what I need to do, I need to put some lace in between this one and this one. I'd like it to come over the front of this one as well. And I'll put lace so it comes down. Before I stick this front bit on, I'll attach all of these little bits. That can go on there, like that. Oh, I do like it. This one seems to be taller, if you know what I mean. What's this one? I don't think it is. I think it's just thinner. Maybe it's just a little bit thinner. Right, I think these are probably dry. Let's take that off. Like that. That's the back. Let's pop you over there. This is the front, so that will tuck around the back. This is going to come down in there, like that. So we need another little section on here, which I might get a little bit of velvet ribbon actually to push onto there. I'm going to turn my glue gun on. I'm just going to, just 2 seconds, I'm just going to get a bit of velvet ribbon. Okay, so here we go. I think, what should we go for? Should we go for a purple? Purple or a cream? I think maybe the purple. I'm going to just attach that. That's just to sort of like hold those together. There we go. Oh, my room is not enough space. I could do with a whole tabletop. The whole room could be sort of like a big tabletop. Would be fabulous. Okay, like that. I like that. So that's got to go underneath. You've got to go underneath. And I'm going to attach. I think maybe it'll be easier to attach this to here first. I'm going to just, the ends fray, so I'm just going to just melt that just a little bit. There we go. Okay, I think my glue gun is heated up now. So let's have a look. My stringy gun, let's just put that there. So I'm going to just a little bit. I think it's best, I find it best to use a glue gun on your ribbons or tape or things like that, fabricy bits, if they're a little bit thicker. So that's okay. And then I'm just going to attach that to there, because this has got fabric on it as well, those lacy bits, and that will just flip like that. Fabulous. So where are we going to go? Oops. So it's going to be roughly there, isn't it? So let's go down. Like that. Hold that down. Make sure it's nicely stuck down. And push that over. There we go. Perfect. Then this little bit can come up and tuck in here like that, because this little one can go on there. I'm going to just tuck a little bit in there, and then the rest of it can come over the top. So I'm just going to stick just a tiny bit like that, and I'm going to glue gun it so it sticks like that. I should have my little dauber, as you guys keep telling me. Burn my fingers and get all sticky, which is, it was right there, but now it's disappeared. So then this can go on to that piece, and then this can just wrap around here, and then we can have some little flowers or something on there. But do you know, I might put another bit of something around there. I'm going to stick a little bit of that on there, like that, and then I would like this is going to go on like that. So I would like to put another piece of lace or something from there to there, I think. I think that would look quite nice. What should we have, guys? What should we have? Look, I've got this beautiful piece here. Don't want to hide it though. What I mean, just pop a little bit. This would go on the outside so you would see it. I'm going to chop it like that. I'm going to get this little scruffy piece actually. Let's do this way. Now I'm going to have to put it this way now. Cut it in a wonk. Just going to cut this little bit. I'm going to do that, I think, so that little scruffy bit sticks out. Like this. Stick that down. And then this piece can come round to the front, to the back, I mean. That can sit on there. So that little scruffy bit is quite nice. I like this little end bit. It's a shame to sort of like tuck that in. And then I can put more lace around the back as well. So I think I will just do a little bit more of this a little bit later. And I will join you again tomorrow, guys. Tuesday. It will be on Tuesday because this will go on tonight, because it's Monday morning, and then I will do a little bit more with you tomorrow. So there we go, guys. So the whole aim for this actually video was to show you the frames. And now I've lost my little lady, the other little lady. So this is the one. So these are just beautiful, aren't they? So simple to do. And really quite sturdy, so you can add things to this as well. It'd be quite nice to have like a little booklet or something in there. Oh, I didn't think of that. I'll have another little think of what we can do, but I think these are just beautiful, so simple to do. And again, make them out of Amazon packaging, cereal packaging, any packaging you've got, and just cut out the middle bit and pop a little picture behind. You can also pop a little bit of acetate in there if you wanted to as well, if you wanted to protect your picture. But I just think they're lovely. I love them. So there we go, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a fab rest of the day or evening, and I will see you tomorrow. All right, guys. Bye-bye.